The loss of use of your vehicle following an auto accident is the amount of time that you are without that vehicle for the various things that you would typically use it for. The loss of use would encompass the time that it takes to evaluate the vehicle and how much damage it has, in addition to the time it would take to repair that damage. So the loss of use would happen from the time you lose its use and its value to you until the time you receive it, and then you can use it again. Following a collision, if your vehicle is damaged but it is repairable, you can expect an adjuster to come to your home or your business or any place of meeting to come and do an evaluation of the damage. You can also hire your own private adjuster or take it to an automobile repair shop to get an estimate of damage, at which point you can choose where to repair your vehicle and repair the damages it sustained. Following an auto accident, if your vehicle is damaged beyond repair, it will be deemed a total loss, at which point you will be compensated for the actual cash value of your vehicle. Following a collision, the compensation that you will receive while you're without your vehicle are either a rental car for the time that you're without your vehicle and the time you're suffering your total loss, or compensation for the expense of transportation, busing, Uber, taxis that it will take to accomplish the things while you're out without your vehicle. The first thing you should do following a collision where there's property damage to your vehicle is contact your insurance company to advise them you were in a collision. At that point, they will set up an appointment time to come and take a look at your vehicle and give an estimate for the damages. If you are not at fault following an auto accident, you are still contractually obligated to call your insurance carrier to advise them that you were in an auto accident. You should also discuss this incident with the at-fault driver's insurance company so that they can also come and evaluate your vehicle for its damages. If you are at fault for the accident, you will still need to call your insurance company to advise them you were involved in an accident, and your insurance company will not only be liable for the damages to your vehicle, but also to the damages to any other vehicles or any other property that were damaged as a result of the accident. Following an auto accident, fault is determined using various factors. A police officer will come to the scene and they will do an after an accident determination of fault based on the evidence seen. You could also use witness testimony, driver's testimony, and any passenger testimony. You will need to contact your insurance company immediately following an auto accident. You are required to contact your insurance company following an auto accident whether or not you were at fault or believe you were at fault. The at-fault determination then will be made between your insurance company and the other driver's insurance company. If you are not at fault following a collision, your loss of use compensation will be covered by the at-fault driver's insurance company, assuming they had coverage. If they didn't have coverage at the time of the loss, your insurance company will cover for the loss of use. If you are at fault following a collision, your insurance company will compensate you through your contract with them for your loss of use of your vehicle, in addition to the other drivers should they sustain loss of use. Loss of use following a collision can be collected immediately following the end of that loss of use. As soon as you get your vehicle back and the loss of use term ends, you can be compensated for any receipts of, again, taxis, buses, Ubers that you used during the time of your loss of use. After a loss of use collision, it would help if you carried rental car coverage and assistance on your insurance policy. This is an option to carry, and you don't have to carry it under Florida state law, but it would definitely assist in getting you a rental car following a collision where there is a loss of use. If you are at fault following a collision and you sustain loss of use as a result of that collision, and you did not carry rental car coverage at that time, you will be responsible to pay for these losses out of pocket. You should save all receipts for transportation costs or renting a vehicle and present these to your insurance company or the at-fault insurance company to be reimbursed for any expenses that you sustained as a result of this collision. If your vehicle was damaged but is repairable, you will be compensated for loss of use and or a rental car during the time period between the time you lose your vehicle and cannot use it until the time it is repaired and back in your possession. If after you receive your vehicle, you notice that additional repairs need to be made, you will contact your insurance company, at which time they will make another estimate. You will take your vehicle back in to have those additional repairs made, and during the time frame again that you are without your vehicle, fair market value of your vehicle is what it would take for someone to go buy a similar vehicle like yours, similar make, model, mileage, and condition at the time of your loss. If an offer is made for your vehicle and you don't agree with this value, you can dispute it, and you will need evidence to the contrary of the offer made. Reasonable negotiations for the value of your total loss can come in many forms. The NADA value may be used, the Blue Book value, or Auto Trader to find similar vehicles of make, model, and condition like yours in the area. Loss of use is calculated through determining how much damage you sustained during the loss of use of your vehicle. Usually, the more you use your vehicle, the more the loss of use amount will be. The factors that are used in computing a loss of use calculation would be the cost of the rental car, assuming that is a fixed cost daily for the period of time that you're without your vehicle. If you do not receive a rental car but instead use buses, taxis, and Ubers, you save those receipts, and the loss of use will be calculated by adding those receipts during the period of time that you were without your vehicle. The steps that you would need to take to file a loss of use claim would be to save all of your receipts, whether they be for public transportation, Ubers, taxis, or your rental car receipts. You would present those receipts as losses sustained during your loss of use to calculate what those damages would be. Following an auto accident, you should call the authorities so that they can come both investigate the crash and evaluate anybody for injuries. While the police officer is on the scene, make it a point to give your side of how the accident happened and also get the name and contact information of any witnesses at the scene. If your accident takes place on private property, the local authorities won't have jurisdiction to investigate that crash. What you will need to do in that scenario is investigate it yourself to the best of your ability. Take photos of both vehicles, take witness statements from any witnesses, talk to the other driver, and also notify your insurance carrier and give them your version of how the accident happened. if the police are not called to the incident for whatever reason, you should gather evidence such as witness statements, photos. There also possibly might be surveillance cameras where you can retain that footage to accurately depict how the accident happened. You should hire an attorney following an accident resulting in loss of use, because attorneys have all the systems in place, experts, software, and staff to help accurately evaluate your loss of use and quickly and expeditiously get you compensated and reimbursed for your loss of use.